The culprit's stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could
Nope,
she?
she was in the morgue.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
I think it was sniffing a little too much vegetation, maybe.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
He just ignores it. He ignores. Also, where's the chicken? We have yet to see the chicken. I guess in the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? The chicken is the mastermind. Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. Just like she said. Oh, hi, Bayaka. I know you're part of the freaking Despair organization. Bayaka? Bayaka? Oh, I think he's mad because I haven't been saying his name right this entire time. They arrived, one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Oh, because they went and saw the picture and I wasn't in it. So they think I'm the mastermind. Oh, no! No, the mastermind! Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like a first-class trial. Oh, hi,
You
Tucker.
called for me and so I appear.
What? I'm Is that what you said? What?
I'm
A strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
I should have read that as lions like I wanted to. Oh my gosh. Pop-Pums, did you frame me? Or did Yogama did? I'm betting on Yogama. Yogama, you framed me.
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My
With
beautiful
my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge the ship of the master of evil.
But I thought you can kill anyone about adorable little boys.
That's what master wants. It can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I?
Whew.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy guest faces, I see.
Well now,
Okay, well then, let's begin.
thrills, chills,
The
kills!
final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Good Maxi, I'm sorry.
I wanted to say sorry.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it will be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? With all the slander, I'm a bear and good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Farragut Universe contest, I take the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm
And I'll
feeling white.
Make sure what? And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is my identio.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Sure, let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away.
I accidentally went to the creepy little girl laugh a little. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Bayaka was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon, at the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I'm actually surprised when we got thrown into the dumps, like the dump, I couldn't find like Monokuma treasure in there. Step after step toward the gaping maw. We'll probably have to wait until the trial is properly accurate, though. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold. I heard it both ways and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper, 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 deeper still. Deeper and deeper and deeper, 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 deeper it fell. I closed my eyes, sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later. I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage. Always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin.
Is that what it is? Is that what it is? I'm not sure. Okay, let's finish preparations. Trial. All rise.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Yeah,
Are you saying that
little
if
kid.
you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it
Short
later?
King.
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
You've been in the garden a little too much, man. Just a little too much. Just a little bit.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Do we have to convince Hiro that we're not all the mastermind now?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you?
What are you talking about?
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sure
group
of it.
photo.
I have evidence of my own.
Group photo?
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Why are we all
What?
accusing each
Wait,
other?
Hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Group photo. Idiots.
No, that's wrong.
I feel like every trial starts with a random nonsensical statement by Hero. Oh, yeah, that's
It's
true.
not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Huh? How?
With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Oh, I'm in it.
I'm the only one not in it.
Oh, wait. I'm dying. What is that? I'm about to be isekai. No. Sakura, slow down. Oh, no. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, only Hina's out there. I figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Is it? Sakura be Sonic Speed. This one too. It's just like I thought. Oh! Wait, why is Sakura... This is the second one that Sakura's freaking grabbing onto freaking gerbil like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I see that Toko is Genocide Jill back there. Oh, and there's Chihiro! Wait, how come Junko's face isn't being shown for some reason?
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with
Chihiro's
each other.
so cute as always.
The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap?
Yeah.
A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Considering everyone has a different picture and in each one the current person is not in it. The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't showing in the group pic photos. That person is the one who got the photos. Toko. No, I think Monokuma! Monokuma's not there!
I got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
And Junko's face is covered.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
And Junko is facing away.
And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
Junko's facing away. Why is Junko not looking at the freaking camera?
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
What is your photo? Oh, it's the same thing. Back.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
Wait, did anybody else see freaking Sakura punching a fish into the air out of the swimming pool? Where'd the fish come from? And why is Sakura doing that? What the why is that the number one thing I noticed? I didn't even look for Junko.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time?
Can I actually look at Bayaka's?
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Oh, finally get to see it. Bayaka's picture. Hachi! Wait. I see the chick. Hina's on lifeguard. Wait, Sakura not only punched the fish into the air, but freaking suplex gerbil. She suplex gerbil. Oh, and there goes Junko's face again. Poor gerbil. Gerbil keeps getting bullied by Sakura. Hina's picture. I can't tell if she's gonna ram into me or if she's gonna sidetrack and ran it into Hifumi. Hero's picture. And mine. Is it probably her? Ah! What was that? Where'd that come from? And mine. That honestly gave me a jump scare. Why did I get jump scared by Apollo? And there's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo has been updated in the Truth Bolt section of your handbook.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
You're the one that brought it up! Hello!
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
I think we all have amnesia. We got hit with something that made us all forget. It's like, I can't think of a gas that lets you think of amnesia, so I'm just gonna say it's a Scarecrow's version that makes you forget.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But
Wait, do we all have amnesia? Did we get knocked out in something and they gave us amnesia? Every single student?
is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
I mean, Junko's face isn't being shown in any of them. The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. What are my options? Oh, wait. Wait, is that why you said it's funny that I mentioned amnesia? Did you spell it for amnesia because you know I suck? Thank you. All I have to do is look at chat. Thank you very much. Where is the I? No, wait, I need the S. Never mind. Now I need the I, and then the A. Thank you for that. I already know what happens, but we're going to spoiler rule under any circumstances. Thank you.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Yep.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
You're the one part of the occult.
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Wait, why are you about to cry? It's only natural they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, it's the absolute truth. They have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. Photo of the headmaster, hidden room present, Wasabi's, troll room.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Maybe the group photo?
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I'm pretty sure it
promise
is.
you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Do you?
So the idea that we all lost our memories
is totally stupid. Obviously.
Present. Oh. I was looking at things.
Do you ever since I remember everything that's
Found it. Haha.
No, that's wrong.
Thank you.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
Yep.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Oh god, this is why I hate you.
No,
Go.
it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
when you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie. I never did any kind of interview.
I saw you though.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Do we have a projector? Wait, there's a giant TV behind us. Let's watch it together.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
There's speakers on it too. Why are there such large speakers on that flat screen TV?
What are you saying?
What kind of budget does Monokuma have?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory
Millions?
somehow?
How would he get millions?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
I don't think he knows what amnesia is. Living, breathing amnesia. Are you... Oh my gosh, are you talking about an amoeba? Hero, are you talking about an amoeba? It's also 2010, so the TV is insane.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Well, that's true. For that time era, that is an insane TV.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
Yeah?
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question.
Big TV on the 2010s.
He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Nope, actually, all of you said yes.
Actually,
See?
we all said we could.
Yeah, you remember?
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else? Nobody remembers?
Nope. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
It was probably something to do with the tragedy. It was so bad that he asked us all to live at the school, and we all agreed because it was safer than going home.
That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
Maybe.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
He took all of our memories of the past year in our school life? During the tragedy, probably.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It
Tragedy.
sure does.
Has to do something with the tragedy.
But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
But you said to figure out all the mysteries.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, we either way. What? Go. So either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. I'm in circles now.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Are you part
Whoever
of this
did it
one?
is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Monokuma control panel.
What does make me so sure?
Oh, you killed Yogama?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here.
Hina,
The
you were in there
mastermind
with
is
me.
Probably a million miles away.
Control room.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
It's you and the other chick that was supposed to be dead.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Yeah, I know, Hero. Pat, here, have some weed. I don't think I should pull up a picture. Never mind. You'll get it after. You can go into your little garden after and smell some plants.
Not me!
I blame Makoto!
It's not me! Why are you saying it's me?
Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Because of Chihiro.
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
No.
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Monokuma, don't say that!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Monokuma, no.
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
It was Yogama the whole time.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Mukuro isn't dead.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
Yo, Monokuma, you got any Mary Jane?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
It was the spikes because it's Junko's body.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yes, it's Junko. Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the
I am
wounds
healing.
covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
Yeah, because it was Junko that was killed and they reused her body and blew it up so we couldn't recognize it was the freaking fashionista chick.
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Anything? You can't prove I'm doing anything because you can't see what I'm doing, and now you can.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Wait, how do you know that? What? What? Leon can't be part of this? Fine, I'll put him right here, because everyone's secretly Leon. Maybe it's Leon's body.
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Leon can't.
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Toko, what is up with you? Ah! Okay, yep.
Come on.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
you think I'm...
Yep, covering your face. Yep, this is Leon. Leon, protect everyone from that disturbing face of Toko's. Let's continue.
I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Okay, it's gone. Leon, you can go back to your plane of existence in the corner. Oh no, my gosh, shrink him. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? I think Toko is secretly bisexual, but she doesn't want anyone to know. That's why she got so hostile all of a sudden. Alright, what am I making an argument for? Control room, group photo, interview ID.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all of those wounds in battle.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
I don't know if Toko knows what she is.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
Yeah.
The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Leon, just in case, go ahead and cover. Oh,
Maybe
never
it's
mind.
because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
He's gonna be gone until Toko reveals that face again.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
He will be my on-stream censorship.
When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
You do such a good job, Leon. Mukuro's fatal oh no! Fatal injuries has been added to the truthful extension of your
But
handbook.
if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Yo, come on, get your head out together, please.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Yes.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. The mastermind. It was Mukuro. Nope. Dead. Okay, it was the mastermind. I don't know. I better think about this again. Ah! One of my skills gives me a whole bunch of hearts. I don't know what it is. Which
The
skill
one
is
who
giving me
attacked
that?
me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
It's both Bayaka and it's Mukuro because Mukuro's not dead. They just used Junko's body. And Mukuro's hiding in a trapdoor in Monokuma's room.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Yeah. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. If you compare what we know about Mukuro to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. What should be obvious? So no gerbil? What? What are you talking about, no gerbil? Mukuro's fatal injury. Oh, her profile. Maybe it was a bad idea
You
having
never
this set
saw
to
their
mean.
face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Nope, that wasn't it.
Now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Nope, that wasn't it.
Hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
That wasn't it either. What?
Oh? Is it the
Right hand?
or the left? Maybe the or perhaps or could it be the hips? Never saw that.
So you can't have
Oh,
any
yeah,
idea.
they didn't
I'm
have the
telling you
tattoo.
now, it was
There we go. It was the right hand.
no, that's wrong.
I was on the right track. Thank you for the hint, though.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. a representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
Yeah.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Yeah, Bianca.
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh. No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
Mono slipping. Mono.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything. What? Kyoko was removing her
Your
gloves.
hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It's more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear.
We don't even see her hands, really?
There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Are you trying to make her feel bad?
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Monokuma, you're such a jerk.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
I think you are.
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
I think he is.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Because it's Junko.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
Nope, she was killed right in front of everybody.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right?
A lot. Several days, in fact. Several murders.
The culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could
Nope,
she?
she was in the morgue.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
I think it was. Sniffing a little too much vegetation, maybe.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
He just ignores it. He ignores.
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
I can't wait. Junko's appearance. I know it's Junko. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else. The body could have been stored in the pool. Yes, they stored it in the pool. There's like a secret hatch underneath the biolab. Hello.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Yeah.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue.
And there's Junko's body. I know it's Junko because there's not 7. Wait, what? I lost it. There's not 10 lights showing. It's only 9.
So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Ikusaba, I know you're alive.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
Maybe Bayaka isn't in on it, but I am almost convinced he is.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
7 doesn't in fact equal 10. Your math is only getting better. I'm actually good at math, but my mind slips, especially since they forced me to use a calculator in school. The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Tarp. Represent.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is
The
tarp
biotarp.
that we found in the garden.
Fish.
When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Yep.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
It's not tiny. What are you talking about?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
I feel like that's more of you, but okay.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
I think.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
Yeah, because it was planned out.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Like you're being cornered. Like you say you weren't.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Because he is Ikusaba, because they used Junko's body. Come on! Stop just toying with me. I know it's true.
You talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Yes?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La, la, la. I can't hear you. La, 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Shut up, Mamakuma!
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What about my family? What? Alright.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Oh, he's now blackmailing me. Monokuma, why?
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Yeah, are you trying to pull Sakura? Oh my gosh, no.
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
I want to punch the robot bear. Can I punch him? He'll probably blow up in my face, but I want to punch him.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Yes, because I know they're dead due to the tragedy.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose this inconsistency and slam him with it. Bullet time? Moment of truth. Yes, bullet time!
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
I have Meliodas' voice.
Are you sure about
I
this?
have the Meliodas' voice. Oh, I shot all 3.
What? What do you want?
I can shoot more than once? Final strike.
I'm not listening.
Wait, that wasn't it? Biolab lights. Lights! Oh, dang it!
I'm not listening.
Interview, DVD, hidden room, president, biolab secret. There we go. Biolab lights. There we go.
Should prove it.
Aha!
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
I knew it was after.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Mic drop.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Oh, wait.
What does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
This chapter is insane? Really? 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Kumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mikuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
Or more like a dead body was reused.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one
What?
of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
What are you talking about? No!
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
No one's. They just reused Junko's body.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Thank you, Kyoko.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there was less bodies than murders. An explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for it to make sense? Only 9 murders took place. The mastermind destroyed. The same person was killed twice.
I got it!
There we go.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Junko!
Murdered and murdered again?
Yeah.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Junko.
It was Mukuro, of course.
No.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
Junko.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
Junko.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No, she's not. Make your argument. Necros feel injuries. Feel injuries.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima?
That wasn't it. I know it's Junko.
Junko Enoshima?
There you go.
Leon Kuwata?
Yes!
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
Who is that?
Hifumi
Oh, Taka.
Yamada?
Gerbil.
Celestia Lu... whatever?
Ludenberg.
Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way
Leon.
anyone was murdered twice!
There you go. Junko.
No, that's wrong.
Aha.
Junko.
What was that? What was that? What was that noise?
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Right. I was right. I was right.
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up.
How are you doing today, Virgo?
That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9.
Yeah, they just reused Junko's body. I feel like that should be obvious.
Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yep, it's
And
Mukuro.
that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
Hifumi is the mastermind. Yes, Gerbil is very much the mastermind.
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
I'm gonna pre-censor Tilko because I don't like her face. Oh wait, no, Tilko's gone. Okay, never mind. Go away, censorship. Thank you for your work, Leon. You are doing a wonderful duty, even though it's been a false alarm for a few times. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? Yeah, we can believe that. Why not? Mukuro's the only one we haven't seen. Biolab secrets. Mukuro's profile. Wait. Mukuro Ecosampa's
The body we found in the garden.
Wrong one.
It wasn't Mukuro.
It was
No,
profile
it's
though.
not.
Wait, now I'm confused because I thought it was Mukuro.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
Maybe they changed out the records?
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
I don't think that's how vitals work.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then
Oh,
who's actually still alive?
oh my freaking gosh, it's a Junko? Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Junko. Select someone. Leon! Leon's still alive! Monokuma. Wando, Sakura, Junko.
Here's my answer.
Is Junko
Junko
really
is
still
still
alive?
alive. It's the only possibility.
I didn't know that, honestly.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
Yeah, they could just get Junko's
But
body
we
a
saw
tattoo.
her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes.
Unless those were blood packs.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely. And I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Yeah, they switched out their the records.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Yeah. Why are you laughing?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
Not necessarily.
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Nope. Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
No, Junko was reused
I
twice.
think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, she were alive somehow. Could it be that? Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Hangman's Gambit. Oh, what am I trying to spell now? PC! That does not help me! I think. R? Replica? Nope. Oh, is it an E in replica? And now I need an L. Yeah, it is replica. Okay, thank you. Repli. I need an I. Come here, I. I? L, C, I. Oh, nope, it wasn't an I. Repla. Oh, come back. Repla. Replaced! E! E! Replaced! It wasn't replica. Replaced, replaced, replaced. There you go. Okay, thank you.
Now I understand.
Close with replica. So close with replica. Yeah, that was weird.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
So she got Mukuro to attack Monokuma?
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Naruto reference.
There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. Can you figure out how to explain how they could have switched? They switched after death, they switched at the moment of death, they switched at the beginning. That's the only one that explains
the
it.
two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Yeah, because we never actually saw Junko's body. And with the amnesia, they probably thought they were Junko.
If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Yeah, because they made her think that she was Junko. Because we never actually saw Junko's face in the
already met
pictures.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Makeup?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Yeah.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Wait, but why would... So... Junko's the killer? She's the mastermind? Why would she do that?
If she really did use foundation.
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
Yeah, in case somebody realized what was going on so that he could blame it on somebody
If
else.
that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure.
Yes, it was.
Making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Yep. Monokuma is very quiet. She might have gone away from the console to come and kill everybody.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
I feel like fear is part of despair, but okay.
And why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Nope, that wasn't it either. Okay, and I don't think that's what I need to corner. Dang it, I'm gonna die. I'm good. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, the Monokuma pile. No, that wasn't it either. Ah. Interview DVD.
I got it!
Yep, okay. Thank you!
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke out of service.
What? It just so happened to break just now?
Now then, when doesn't matter. Then when doesn't matter. Wait.
I'm confused.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
Why was it just the DVD player? No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage. And that's not the only time he tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. It's gotta reveal that. The exploded face. Oh, the truth. Oh, another bullet time. Yay! Okay, group photo.
That's impossible!
This should prove it.
There we go. He tried to hide her identity. Because her face was covered in all of the group photos. I knew that had to do something.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
Unless she has really terrible luck with the camera, but she's a fashionista, so...
What's so unusual about them?
Unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. See, her face is covered. She's looking away, and then also her face is covered. Unusual circumstances, Junko's face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Here's Leon. There he is in the corner. Do you have a thing with Sayaka?
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
What does that mean, Xanadu? Do I want to know? I'm gonna look up. I'm very. What is Xanadu? There's a color? What? Idolized place of great or electric magnificence and beauty? Wait, did he just... Mythology? What? Imaginary city? So he basically said, beautiful?
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
Why do you say beautiful?
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
Beautiful? It's also a company name. It seems in Canada. What?
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
And in mythology, it's apparently a fictional city.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Oh, closing argument. Begin. Okay. So, this was the beginning, where we all met. There we go. And she was actually Ikusaba. And then they went to the biolab, pulled out her body, and in order to defrost, they had to lay her out for a while. And then try to kill me. While I was sick. But she saw. And he had to get out of there. Took off the mask. And had also placed a bomb. Wait, that's the one right there. Then while watching us, she took it off. There was the bomb in the chest. It exploded. And left us that. Okay. Xanadu is a Dragon Slayer game thing. Really?
The killer is you!
Okay, I think I got it right.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue.
Hello, you're just in time for me to reveal
Until
who the killer
Junko
is.
decided
And I know
to
who
put
it
her
is.
body to use. Junko
Also
dragged the
explains the
body out of the
shoes.
biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. Wait, what was wrong there? Put on the mask and entered my room, right? Oh no, they took the knife. That's what it is. There we go.
Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
It's the knife.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room.
Thought
Then
she
she
tried to
put
kill
the
me.
same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
It's the gray guy again. The gray guy is the mastermind.
She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
The one that's living in a trapdoor.
The real
really just
Junko
listen?
Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
She gonna like
It's not
come
like
out the
you're
door?
an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
I think Junko got away from Monokuma's controls.
Over?
Oh, nope, never mind.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
What? Glowing eye. Why? Oh, hi, Junko. She has two Monokuma pins. One's a white bear. What? Where'd you get those from?
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
I was not expecting that. What is that voice? The new hairpins are cute.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
Why like that? Why?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
Why is some of your home cooking? I'm confused.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
What happens if I... What happens if I say okay? What happens? Is this like two endings? What if I say okay and what if I say no? Wait, I can't do anything. Okay. Okay, I will. Yes, the home cooking sounds very, very interesting. Actually, no.
Oh, did you
Oh.
think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
It didn't matter.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Okay, her voice sounds much more like what what I thought she would sound like. This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko in Enoshima?
Anyway,
Where did
looks
her
like
crown
I've
go?
finally been set free.
Where's her crown?
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
You sound bored.
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
What?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
Yeah, because she's on magazines. No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere. Was it the first day in the main hall, in the headmaster's room, before arriving at school?
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
100 chihuahuas combined wouldn't be cute.
And you were on it.
I was wondering why she did look different. I mean, even with, like, the apps that are supposed to make you look better, I don't think they would change your eye color when I first saw Junko.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
Such a monotone voice.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro.
So I was right about using Junko's body, but it wasn't Junko, it was Mukuro. So
She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
yeah, she was acting a little too bratty.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
What? Were you sisters?
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
They were actually sisters?
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Oh, I don't think... Oh, she killed her sister.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumbass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
I actually like this voice better than the other one.
Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
Yeah, without her even
And
realizing.
for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better
What?
explain.
What? That was so sudden.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family,
Really?
leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment.
So you tricked your sister into taking your place and then you ended up killing her?
So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
Also, where is she getting these props from? Like, where? She doesn't have a bag. Where is she getting them from?
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
I'm pretty sure those are all the same thing, but okay, they're literally synonyms.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile,
My ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I feel like that other reason is a little worse, but okay.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
These 180s are getting me, man. I'm not expecting the next one that she comes up with. Why are you now a cute little anime girl? What the frick?
Oh, I did nothing, mister.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
Yeah, I'm starting to like Junko too because of how much she keeps changing her personality.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
Oh, that would explain why Monokuma kept changing whether he wants bear puns or not.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me? Kiwi is awesomer.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
I don't know why she's making me think of an Uwu girl and at the same time making me think of like the really old My Little Pony, you know, the ones that actually look like horses and not like the newer one. Hello, Father Kiwi.
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
I know a lot of different people that have done a lot worse in cartoons for a lot of different reasons that are even more stupid than this.
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
Hello, you're back in time for Ubu Girl.
I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
I don't think you even have emotions.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
Yeah, I think she's a psychopath.
That's not true at all.
Oh. Personalities again.
We were twins.
Why are there mushrooms?
How could I not be sad?
Why are there mushrooms?
That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands.
She's chewing on her hair.
That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
Mushrooms is cute.
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
Upside down.
Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
Can we eat the mushrooms? I think Smurfs live in those mushrooms. I don't think you would want to unless you're Gargamel.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Psychopath or sociopath. Which one is it that you can't feel emotions and you tend to use people the way you want?
Too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all,
To be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else? She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness.
What sort of mushrooms are they? Yeah, can I eat them? Can I have one?
I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Huh? Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Wait, did you just pick up Monokuma? What the heck?
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
You don't even sound like him.
Are you talking
Did she use
about
a
our
voice
memories?
Did she use a voice changer?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Go.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before.
Amnesia.
All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Their entire school life. Thinking back on what Monokuma's told us. Memories that were stolen from us and what they were related to. The class trials, the founding, motives Monokuma came up with.
I got it!
Yeah, it does have something to do
You're
with the
talking
motives.
about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all.
Back to this
Oh.
one.
I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
A theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all.
Something to do with the outside
When
world.
Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Human connections, international love triangles. Human
I got it.
connections.
The
I'm slowly
driving
getting my
force
hearts
behind
back.
the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
Does she even have an actual personality, or is it just a bunch of personalities that she's acting out?
For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay.
Ah!
Time for the next question.
Why did I get jump scared with Hercule? What the frick?
So what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder, the motives was the meaning of life, a strong heart, the past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Their murder was greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
I'm getting jump scares of all her personality jumps. What the heck? Something to do with the
Goddamn straight
outside
it was
world.
money. Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go.
Huh?
Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in case Sakura's blackmail. Wait, no, it wasn't blackmail. Seriously. It wasn't blackmail. Whoops! Killing herself was for another reason. Betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Greed, betrayal.
Precisely.
Oh,
You
hi.
see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the
Oh,
only
hello.
motives that exist in this world.
I thought that was a one-time thing.
In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
You're gonna take her hair.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
Has something to do with the tragedy.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Because you don't remember what had happened during the tragedy.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway.
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
You know, she's just giving us the answers to everything, so I don't understand why she's doing that. The little monologues confuse me.
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Yeti slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing.
Are we gonna look at the giant
I'd
TV?
like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Was it? Wait, you took over the world? What the heck? Huh? Outside world is Burger King. Huh?
What the?
Ragnarok.
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it. What about should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
Right?
I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial.
Wait, I'm supposed to remember things I don't even know. Wait. Wait, just say Jack's memory.
Come on, bitches, remember or die.
What
What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling
do
us to
something with
remember,
Josai
but
Jack's memory.
what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything.
Josai Jack!
No, that's wrong.
Pull them out! You guys don't share the same memories.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial
Did
killer.
she make herself sneeze?
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Damn, she was slipping for piano because she did it instantly.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
What?
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
No.
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Cause it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Oh, that's a giant Monokuma punching a building. I thought it was just Monokuma pointing at something and it exploded. Wait.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Did people put on Monokuma heads and began being mind controlled?
And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
Explain it better. How?
There is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is the true tragedy!
What's going on?
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
What?
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
What?
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
It's all the same option. The Togami family fell.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
You're changing them left and
I
right.
didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer.
But
I skipped
do you
it.
think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Yes. What did you say? Pretty initiative, don't you think?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment?
Us? She has a personality complex at this point.
You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any
The
sense.
we and us are the royal we. Okay.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago. If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, does that mean Hero's actually 23? Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right?
Yes, very much so.
What are the memories I took from you?
From the past 2 years.
Answer us! Answer with all your heart and soul!
Stop changing personalities every 2 seconds.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us are life at Hope's Peak.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
I'm not a peasant. Well, technically I am, but...
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my
It was
life.
just breaking down.
That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But there's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe it. I want it to be impossible. If it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Am I going into a bullet time again? No, I'm not. Group photo, kill host, headmaster, locker notebook. Locker notebook!
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible!
Locker notebook.
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
The silence.
What's is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, You forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
Circles again. Why does this game like putting people upside down? I feel like all the blood's rushing to his head now.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right?
And yet, almost everyone's dead.
And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? When I fainted, when I got my... at the end... when I fainted.
I got it! Moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than... that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right?
Yeah?
And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, But
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
I'm currently flabbergasted. This is much different than I thought it was going to turn out.
And it was also you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
What?
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
What?
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
What?
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it.
If you loved us so much, why did you let us kill each other?
All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Ultimate despair. All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Oh.
What are you?
Hmm? What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro.
No, it's a bigger organization than that.
Was it some kind of organization?
Yeah.
An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
It was a cult!
Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
You said it a second time.
I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
The headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
The headmaster. The one who... the prime minister.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
You did it,
He
Yogama?
had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then
That
you
would make
forgot all
sense.
about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
By broadcasting it to the entire world so they could see that the only hope left in the nation was killing themselves.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
Why you broadcast it across the entire world? You did to show everyone in the outside world. That was... Why do I have to do this again? Hangman's Gambit. Ah! Spelling! CK. What? Hijack. Alright, thank you. Just like the second one?
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
Wait, what happened? Did you kill them?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
That you decided to kill off one by one.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
You...
See? discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We
You
get
just
it.
did.
We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I know what that is.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them!
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
You literally killed your sister.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Every line is a different personality.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What's wrong with that? What?
You mean we'd
have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Wait, do I get a choice here?
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists.
where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Oh, is that what building up the friendship is supposed to do?
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
You killed her father.
What? I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with.
I'd vote Makoto.
It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them to not give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Group photo, Genesis Jack's memories, Kyoko photo of Kyoko. What am I trying to do?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
That wasn't it.
Shoot!
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Oh, I can't do hers. Okay. What do I have to do here? There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's going to be consumed by despair. You claim there's no hope left in the world. If despair is contagious, like you say, then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant seeds of hope inside
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
There we go. Hope.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared,
I got it.
we don't have any choice, do we?
Let's
I
break
want to
everyone's
keep on living.
hesitance.
I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifier.
Help! Have hope, Peter! Help!
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking,
This part of the game is
at
so
a time
cool.
like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Kind of.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up.
It's in the physics lab. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
Are we just repeating the
die,
same conversation over and over again?
In other words, as the communal life you've all been living.
Meh. There you go. Help. Have hope, Coco.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
All been
I can keep on living as long as I have my Master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Help! Have hope, Ayaka!
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up.
We're only death.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, will he just die? Is that what...
That wasn't it. Okay, it was hope.
Shoot!
Have hope, Kyoko.
Lose hope now.
Hope! Break.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Am I the ultimate hope? Is that what you're saying?
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
I'm Makoto, the ultimate hope.
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the triple section of your handbook.
Cool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Oh, did she finally break her facades? Is she actually herself now?
Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... The moment of truth. Oh, yay, this.
You suck! So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Everything is pointless! Suffer from despair!
Okay, final strike.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your memories. Despair into nothingness.
Oh, what? Oh, I missed.
I just love despair! Suffer from despair! No, no.
Okay, I shot a little too late.
Hope keeps on going.
There you go. I did miss. I had it, but I missed it. Last second.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
Did I beat the game? Hey! A, B, A, B, A, B, C. Yay, do I get Monokuma coins? I do! Oh, I can try to get the rest!
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing.
Oh,
with
no.
our own hands.
Not the machine. I gotta gamble after this. Guilty. What kind of death is she in store for? She made it. So what did she do to herself?
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way! It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now!
Well, that's just totally the best!
Huh? Leon, I need you! I need you to censor! Censor Leon! I don't like that face! Huh?
So this is despair.
This is despair. I came to this school 2 years ago, created an incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end? Okay, Leon, you can go away. She's done with the face. Our censorship is done.
True despair.
Leon, you left her. The most ultimate despair. What are you talking about? Don't you see? I'm so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. I do love her heart, though. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last loss of despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair. The utter failure of my dreams.
Despair?
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Well, wait, is she enjoying this? It does seem so, and that's why I had freaking Leon censoring.
Anyway,
so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing. Outside, it's only despair. Inside, it's only despair. No
matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Oh, thank you, Bayaka. Thank you for getting the face away. Leon, your services are hopefully no longer needed. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone.
Hey.
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
However,
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us and see how true that is. Kyoko.
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last
Fine.
thing.
Let me just tell you one last thing then. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. Thank you, Jill, for the insightful commentary. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope. But there is a very fine line to find the hope from bitter despair. Back! Leon! Leon!
Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course, because we...
Shut up! Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue.
Oh, thank you. Okay, Leon, you can leave now. Thank you for your service. I'm almost done, though, so whatever. Back! Stop making that face! You're making me go crazy!
Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
I really intend to go through with this. Maybe I should keep it up, because I don't know what her face is gonna be. I was right, it was the same face.
That was the agreement, right?
Hold on! It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
Oh, it's gone.
Stop it!
Okay, Leon, hopefully she doesn't make that face again. What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. Why does she keep making that face? Stop it!
All I want now is to taste the despair of death that you only get once in a life, so...
Don't get in my way!
Okay, Leon, hopefully it's over. What is that? Why are you laughing?
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
What is up with your eyes? What is up with your eyes? She got closer! Junko has been found guilty. Time for punishment. Well, she just goes willingly. Why are you waving? What is going on? It's a part of every setup of executions? The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows? The cage of death? She's experiencing it all? The burning of the sound wishes? The excavator destroyer? What is going on? Blast off! Yeah, that's the one the headmaster went through. After school lesson? She's smiling the entire time. Oh, yep, she's definitely dead. Yep, yeah, that's dead. Did I beat it? What was that? Emergency override. Wait, does that mean she was intending to stop it? And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Hinoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy was all over. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Is it over? Oh! I received the Monokuma airtie present! Yes. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. I guess I'll do it. Ooh, coins! Yeah! We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. Felt almost absent-minded. The epilogue is very short. Okay, this was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end... Can I leave and go to the store? We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really... Is that really it? Is that really the key to the store?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out, she said, just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here. But you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically she let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe!
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about. If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam up so far up.
Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school.
What? Leave? We can go outside?
Almost censorship.
Then that means me and Master can get married?
Okay, censorship time! Leon!
Then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror. Greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out of here that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
For serious?
Maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door, it's a world as peaceful as we remember. That line by itself was so funny. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. What line? Oh, what Bayaka said? It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward, no matter what trouble you may have fallen into. Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world. That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage, the next chapter of Yasuhiro Kiri's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Ina. You totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out of here and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small. So what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Gamble? Oh, it's not letting me gamble yet.
I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. I thought we were about to get shot. The world is so horrible. Imagine the door doesn't open. Wait, what's going on outside? What is that? What's that? What's that? Credits! It's credits. What is that? Huh? Is that a TV? I'm watching the credits. What's happening? I like the music. Spank Chunsoft. Monokuma? Wait. This is a portal ending. What the heck?
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
The cake is a lie. You received the Easter egg present. Oh, I get that if I stay in the credits? Yes. Finished every chapter. All's well that ends, school mode. This is a what if simulation type play mode?